Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name name game. Today's no-name name game is, of course, Ultra Balloon. Ultra Balloon. Well, alright, place your bets. Is it Pang Pong, where you shoot the hooks upward to pop the balloons? Or is it Puzzle Bobble, where you shoot balloons up to kind of pop them all? Alright, let's find out. One summer night, as a cloud of mystery hung low over the Robinson household, unique things were happening in the baby's room. The usually peaceful Robinsons were now in a state of danger. Are those the Robinsons? What the... Oh, just kidding, it was none of them! It's Puzzle Bobble! Also, you play as a penguin. Now, there's a baby on the arcade artwork, so you'd think you'd play as the baby. And in fact, I would. But nope, it's Puzzle Bobble. Now, I will say, I don't actually know how to play Puzzle Bobble. Oh wow, I'm getting real flicky vibes from this though. Oh, that's... you know that feeling you get when you recognize that it's a stick of dynamite mid-jump? Oh, look at this little guy's idle animation. He's kind of sticking his chest out. He's like, hey, look at me, I worked hard to get this fat. You better appreciate it. But yeah, I haven't actually ever played the Puzzle Bobble games. Now, granted, there were like 2 buttons, attack and jump, so I mean, I'm gonna figure it out pretty quick, but it's just kind of an interesting, like many people have these fond arcade memories of these games, but I've just never played them. Is this a power up or a power down? Actually, do I even have control? Okay, wow, this is way more chaotic than I ever would have imagined Puzzle Bobble to be. Actually, I kind of view Puzzle Bobble as almost an austere, experience that's, kind of honed down to, its most raw characteristics. Whereas this is kind of like a everything but the kitchen sink sort of approach to the Puzzle Bobble formula. Well, I don't know which one actually works better, because, I mean, yeah, maybe as, a skill challenging arcade game, Puzzle Bobble works better, but, oh my god, so many onion rings. Well, that's how the penguin maintains his belly, though. Well, you see how much food he's eating. I eat like a cake just as an afterthought. Oh man, cherries. Oh, penguin, how are you gonna maintain mass now? But sometimes less is not always better. That's kind of an interesting turn of the phrase, but when you think about arcade games, usually you kind of play, what draws you in is kind of an initial really wacky... Oh, did you see our timer was 20 seconds? That's very unusually generous with... Oh, we hit the mother load. Unfortunately, it was chicken wings. I don't know if cannibalism, applies to animals in your genus, but not necessarily your species, but, it's an altogether unsettling fact, at any rate, seeing a penguin eat chicken wings. But like I was saying, sometimes with arcade games, more is actually kind of better, because, sometimes an arcade game, you don't always necessarily play to kind of challenge yourself or, enrich yourself. Sometimes you just want to make the screen flash weird colors as you make people explode. And so you get a game like this where, tons of power-ups, tons of bright colors, tons of explosions, and it's yeah, okay, I can dig this. I don't think I'll remember this game, anytime later, it won't make a distinct impression on me. Well, did you notice that little cross? It's always kind of interesting seeing, how quote-unquote religion, but really religious symbols like that are depicted in video games. Even Nintendo had, a policy against, oh, come on, hurry up, I was waiting for the guy to become invincible. But even Nintendo especially had a policy of, strictly forbidding religious symbols like that. So to see, a cross just kind of show up so haphazardly, it's just kind of so careless. It's almost a little funny. But, yeah, so like I was saying, I mean, I don't think I'll remember this game, forever and ever. Oh, do I rescue her, or do I have to fight the boss? I don't know that I'll remember this game, I won't reflect on it, I've not been enriched by its presence, but, I've been entertained for the 15 some odd minutes I'm probably going to devote to this game, and, all it costed was, a few quarters. Oh, wow. Yeah, that 20-second timer, you can tell. They know what money is, and they want yours. Huh, so my balloons now have daggers in them. Also, oh, okay. So the balloons, they kind of rise, well, naturally being balloons. Although, that's actually kind of unnatural now that I think about it, because what, did the penguin like swallow a bunch of helium before he got here? Also, there apparently is no limit whatsoever on like how many shots you can fire. And like, well, even in terms of balance, that's kind of like really nice. Because like, it just makes the game play that much smoother. And like a game like this, it's not really meant to be like challenging, because like, when you throw like 50 power-ups at the player, it's impossible. Wow. We are just hitting on all of the uncomfortable themes right here. Speaking of uncomfortable themes, that guy just coming out of nowhere. Okay. This game? Oh my god? Is that Western music? This game just like scored like 4 or 5 good points with me. Alright, so let's kind of summarize. So 1, like, okay, when they did the levels 1 through 8, well, okay, 1, that shocking experience with like the devil guy, it's like, okay, yeah, that was like a shocking, weird experience and none of us could have predicted it, but like, it affected us. Like, it's kind of like that one moment in Donkey Kong when like, you finally make it to the princess, and you finally save her, and then Donkey Kong comes in, and he just kind of jumps onto the next screen, and you're just like, oh my god, there's more? Also, the little chicks are enemies now. Did we learn nothing from Flicky? Oh, okay. So, what even is this game? So pits don't kill you, but chickens are enemies. Have these people ever played an arcade game? But then let's kind of go over the weird things they do that actually really, really work in terms of arcades. Oh yeah, I even forgot that you have infinite shots. Like, why would you do that? Like, okay, no other arcade game would really kind of feel like being that unbalanced. And I kind of feel like, though, a lot of it comes from, like, the earliest arcade games, and they did it not because of player balance, but, like, because they could only show so many sprites on screen. Varied enemy types? What is this game and how have I never heard of it? This is amazing. Oh, okay, so one cool thing that the game did, like, 3 minutes ago was, well, okay, 1, the big devil guy kind of showed up out of nowhere and, like, stole the I don't know, female love interest, I guess? And so that kind of was like really affecting. It's like, whoa, I was not expecting that. I actually had some sort of reaction to it. I was gonna say emotional reaction, but I don't know that they were emotions per se. But I had some sort of reaction to it. And then, but after that, like it has all of these. So if you duck, and then you press A, your penguin does this. Okay. Anyway, back to what this game does horribly right. So it showed you like all those worlds, and it's like video games usually don't show you like how much more you have to play. All I can think of is Ghosts and Goblins, and then that game I played like 4 or 5 ago, which, oh yeah, Captain Commando. What a forgettable game, huh? But Captain Commando also showed you like how many more levels you had to go. But sometimes it's kind of nice just to see, it's like, okay, you only have like 8 worlds, and it's actually not that many worlds. Because like, okay, now this, I have to admit, is a very cheap enemy placement, so I'm pretty sure, as you've been noticing, like, there's essentially no way to hit this guy. Oh, okay. But like, you have to pull like a weird stunt like that to actually be able to hit them. And that's not really fair. But anyway, like I was saying, like, there's only 8 worlds, and these worlds are just kind of like flying right by. Now, okay, maybe it's because that last one was level 1, and level 1 is usually kind of like, just kind of an intro stage, and it gets pretty fast. But it looks like we're already on the boss. Let's play a game, you guys. But it looks like, yeah, we're already on the boss, so these levels are maybe just going right by. Maybe this, like, arcade experience will just kind of float right on by. Alright, let's see if, enemies can be rescued from balloons. Oh, looks like they can. And they can kill you, of course. Just wouldn't be... What is this, Balloon Boy or whatever? Without it. How much would I bet the player 2 character is like a baby? Cause like, just cause. Oh wow. So it looks like this is just a regular level with just enemies, and that kind of means that the boss just showed up just to foreshadow. Like, foreshadowing in an arcade game? Like, where are all of these techniques coming from? This is, like, surprisingly well-crafted story-wise for an arcade game. I mean, yeah, I realize that this doesn't hold, like, a candle to anything anywhere near, like, an RPG or something, but come on, this is, like, the 80s arcade games. Like, some of these guys, I kind of doubt they even know what the word story means. They're like, oh yeah, that's the one where, like, the guy has to rescue a princess, right? Well, it's funny I say that. But at least this game kind of has, like, twists to the story? Well, I don't know about that, but, like, it keeps drawing you in. It's like, okay, see that Frankenstein guy? It's like, you're gonna fight him. You're gonna fight him, and who's gonna win? I don't know. Maybe it'll be you, maybe it'll be them. But somebody's gonna win. So it's kind of interesting. I feel like Puzzle Bobble kind of like, or Bust a Move, or Puzzle, I've never really been able to tell Puzzle Bobble from Bust a Move. Maybe those are actually the same thing. And then maybe Poppin' Balloon or something? Oh my gosh. They all start with Bub and Bob. Now, I know them because I played Puzzle Bobble. Or did I play Bubble Bobble? Or did I play Bubble Puzzle? Jeez, it's hard to keep track of. Keep your main characters distinct, please. But yeah, it seems like where it's distinguishing itself from the puzzle version of that game, from the platformer version of that game, is that, like, it's hard to actually hit the enemies. Like, you have to kind of think about how you approach them. Or you just recklessly toss in a bunch of credits and just keep going. I mean, the developers are fine with either one, really. Well, that's kind of interesting. The enemies just go straight to the top. Ooh. Oh, okay. I thought it would be like a Mario Arrow Warp. Eyes of Steel. Oh, you don't warp over the side. But chicken rings for all. Or are they Sonic rings? Yeah, actually, they're probably not onion rings because those products aren't made of a bird. Maybe they're chicken rings. Is that a thing? Do people make chicken rings? Oh, wow. They're just tossing out new enemies. Oh, and they start invincible. They're just tossing out new enemies on us like it was nothing. Like, this game has, like, content to spare. Although I'm beginning to suspect this was made on, like, a huge ROM card. Like, or okay, I'm assuming this ROM has, like, a ton of space on it for just all of this, like, well, badness, quite frankly. Yeah, well, okay, I was gonna complain that I don't know that I... Well, jeez, man. If you wanted some bird product, you should have just waited till the level was over. Oh. Well... I mean, it seems kinda... It makes sense that, like, those would kill you. They do look kind of scary after all. Wait, does that mean in the bonus round, if I had, like, guessed poorly, then I would have killed the poor little penguin? Like, he thought he was getting a bonus, but he was really just getting an instant death? Jeez. And then the penguin comes back like nothing happened. Like, all he does is shoot bubbles at you guys. And then he makes you explode, which may or may not hurt. Good God. And there's like a cross just in the background. It's like, there's nothing Christian about this. Ooh, more food. There's hope yet. Oh, does the cross kill all enemies? That's, if so, that would be an interesting commentary. Alright, are we on the boss? Oh, okay. Oh, do they all have different names? Does that mean our final boss of the game can... Hey, speaking of cool things that we're not seeing right now, where is the giant Frankenstein monster I was promised? You have thoroughly disappointed me, game. Unless maybe it's the Frankenstein monster that, steals the girl this time? So do you think the boss's name is King? Or it's spelling weird things like Game King was here, or something? And that's great, because when I go to my favorite platform, there's a dynamite. Well, this game may be interesting, but nobody said this game was fair. So what all the power-ups do? Oh, okay. I guess I am a little faster, maybe. Oh, jeez. Is it me, or does this kind of remind me of Croconaw? Or no? The crocodile guy from Super Metroid. Crocovire. Yeah. It's kind of weird, and he also has the same pattern. So, do you think that, this might have inspired that? Yeah, maybe if I was on... Well, on one hand, that cake did not look like it was made out of chicken product, but, like, there was an egg on the top, so I guess technically it was? Oh, how helpful. It tells you what stage and round you're on in the lower right-hand corner. Oh, so as you progress along the story, you get to see more of the plot. Oh my gosh, this level looks like it would just be annoying. And, well, these last 6 levels did not go by nearly as fast as they did in level 1. So, I feel like this game's kinda outstaying its welcome. Like, it was fun in the beginning, it was kinda cool when everything was still new, and I mean, well, to be fair, it's still giving us new things, but it's just getting annoying about it. Like, there comes a point in an arcade game when, like, you've reasonably exceeded all of the new stuff it can kind of show you, and pretty much you're just there to, like, pretty much it's just the same from here on out. And I mean, even Metal Slug does this to an extent, although Metal Slug being the perfect arcade game, it does kind of, like, disguise it and help, and, like, what's a catchy name? It's a catchy title screen. It does not look like I can end early, but that's okay. With music like this, why would I want to end early? It's like some 90s techno song. How much you want to bet this game inspired 90s techno? I'm not willing to bet anything ever on that. But you never know. You never know. 1996. So as we discovered, that's 3 years before Alpine Racer. And I looked it up the other day, and that's actually the real release date of the N64. Maybe I thought it came out in 2000, because, like, that's when I got an N64. Hey, don't judge me. Didn't want an N64 until Pokemon Stadium came out. Then you needed the N64 so you could play Pokemon on your TV. You laugh, but, like, that transfer pack was, like, unnecessarily cool in my eyes as a kid. Wow, look at these monsters, and they're like crazy overpowered power-ups. Like, they get trapped in huge balloons that explode in diamond things. Yeah, this game is so there's like a guy penguin and there's like a girl penguin. So like the guy penguin, when he finishes a level, the girl kisses him. But what happens to the girl penguin? Does like a guy show up too and kiss her? Like, where's the justice? What if it's just the girl penguin? Does the girl kiss the girl penguin? So many questions, so few answers. What does the baby have to do with all of this? What's the connection? Well, if you want answers, you gotta ask Unico. You can't ask me, because this cat's got a scat.